is everyone? No. Hi. Please, if you join in, just type hi so I know you are available. This has been a long time coming. I've been really wanting to go live, but I've not really had the opportunity. And if you can hear me, please type I can hear you so I can know you can hear me from your end. Welcome to my live. I think this is the third live I'm doing so far. So if you're familiar with my channel, you know we talk about how to make money from home. Anything that has to do with jobs, anything that has to do with skills, including ways for you to acquire these skills from the comfort of your home. And when we talk about working from home, most times if you don't have any skill or you don't have any experience or you don't have any degree, we start thinking about things like microtasks, like surveys and watching videos or playing games to make money from home. Now, those are valid, and in most cases, you're going to earn money. Like personally, I have earned money from some platforms that I also share on my channel. So if you're used to watching my videos, you will know those channels. So, so that being said, today we're going to talk about something different. And what I'm going to talk about is something that will earn you a lot of money. In fact, you can actually build a business from what I'm going to be sharing with you here. And that is ways for you to make money without having any skill. Now, this is what I found on Fiverr. Like, I was really shocked when I saw this because I didn't know that that could be a thing actually. Like, I didn't know that people can actually be making money via this means. Give me a second, let me adjust this light. Okay, so I didn't know that people can actually be making money via this means. And I saw these things on Fiverr, and you guys know me, if you're used to my channel, you know that anything I see that's going to be beneficial to you, I will bring it to you immediately. So we're not going to waste much time on this live. I don't know how long I'm even going to last here, but the little time I have, I'm going to use it to share all I have to share with you here. So please, let's keep this chat engaging by typing whatever is on your mind. Maybe you can say hello, or you can tell me where you're watching from so I can know where my audience are coming from. So please, let's keep it engaging. First of all, before I go further, I want to announce that we have been monetized and I've created a membership for my viewers. So if you want to enjoy some perks like having your CV reviewed by me and some other interesting perks that I have for my members, please do well to join the membership so we can move this family forward. I really appreciate all of you that has been there for me by subscribing, by liking, by sharing your comments and thoughts, everything. I really appreciate you all. So let's go straight into today's video. And that is the things I saw on Fiverr. Now, for those that don't know, Fiverr is a marketplace where freelancers come and market their services, and then people that need these services will come and hire them on these platforms. So anything you have, but what I'm going to share with you today is quite ridiculous because I don't really know that people can actually, want this service from others. Now, the first one I want to talk about is giving advice. Do you know you can actually make money by giving people advice? It sounds funny, but people are actually making money. Let me show you an example of what I mean. Now, this guy on Fiverr is giving relationship advice, and he's earning, like, he's charging people from $61. Like here, he's charging $60.38 for just giving people relationship advice. And the crazy thing is, he's on level 2 on Fiverr. Like, he's on level 2 on Fiverr. Show you that he has made some money already on Fiverr by simply giving people advice. So if you're good with relationship tips and tricks, then you might want to sign up to Fiverr and start giving people advice on there. Now, what make you stand out is the way you give this advice, the quality of advice you give, and the instances you give to convince people that what you're telling them is actually what work. And of course, if you have tons of experience or you have people around you that has tons of experience when it comes to relationship, that you have something to share about, then make sure to sign up on Fiverr as a relationship expert. Now, the crazy thing is, you can stay in Nigeria, you can stay in South Africa, you can stay in the United States and be giving people advice from anywhere around the world. And if you're good, if you're connecting with them, they are willing to be paying any amount you have stated. And the best part about these things I'm sharing with you now is that you get to set your price. Like, you get to determine how much your clients are going to pay you. And if you're so good, they will have to be referring you to people. Now, that is for giving advice. Now, you can also give business advices. It's not going to be limited to relationship. You can give educational advice when it comes to, like, maybe their schoolwork and stuff like that. You can give parenting advice. You can give advice on anything you know about. Maybe you just finished college and you have tons of advice you can give freshmen. You can list it on Fiverr, where people that are just new in the college can come up to you, and then you have advices you can give them to, navigate their way while they are in college. So anything you know about anything in life, especially when it comes to life experiences, there are people out there who are willing to take from your story, who are willing to, learn from you. Of course, you have something to share with people that they are willing to learn from. So these are the things you can share as an advice expert on Fiverr. It sounds ridiculous, but people are making money. I just showed you this guy that is charging $60 to give advice. So you might consider it. Now, the number 2 thing you should consider doing is chatting with people. Now, I have seen a lot of videos flying on YouTube about how you can make money by chatting with people. I don't really know how good those platforms are or how much they work when it comes to people getting clients and stuff like that. But I know that on Fiverr, you're going to see people who are willing to listen to you. Now, this one sounds a little sketchy. Let me show you an example of what I mean with my laptop. So if you come to Fiverr and then you look for this service, what is it called? Chatter. Chatter, you see service like Chatter on Fiverr. Now you can see here, I don't know if you can see it. You can see that most people are promoting OnlyFans page. And you can see they also have people that could work as community moderators. Now, for those that are promoting OnlyFans page, they can charge from like $26. You see this one's $31. Don't mind this, is in euros because I am not in the United States. So you can see all these people, what they basically do is just to chat. Like, they can reply to people's messages. And of course, if you are good with customer service and relationship, you can also sign up to Fiverr as a customer relationship expert, and people will bring customer issues to you. They will give you access to their platforms where you will be in charge of replying their messages, helping them out with issues when they have issues and stuff like that. So these are the things you can basically do. Like, when it comes to chatting with people, there are a lot of lonely people out there, especially in Europe and America. I know about Africa because I was born in Africa and I grew up in Africa. And I know how communal our lifestyles are in Africa. You barely see someone who is completely lonely in Africa. But it's not like that in the United States and the Europe here where I stay. Like, you can see people, they can be neighbors, but they don't know each other because they don't get to talk. And people who just stay indoors, all lonely, all they have is their phones. So in such situations, they're going to be able to pay, or they'll be willing to pay any amount you say for them to get to have your time. They will tell you about everything. Like, it could be their relationship, it could be their social life, their work life, stuff like that. Like, the people are so lonely, like, they are willing to pay any amount to get someone to listen to their story. And sometimes some of these things are therapeutic. Like, it's a way of relieving stress when you say the things that are on your mind, or when you express yourself to someone else. So that way it gives you a relief to know that someone out there is willing to listen to you, stuff like that. So those are basically another way you can actually make money by chatting online from people. And the good thing is you get to set your price. Like some of these people are charging $16, $11, $21, depending on how good you are. And the good thing is, if you're very good at keeping people company, they will refer their friends to you. And in some cases, you have to be careful because people can get attached to others. So you have to keep it strictly professional, such that you will not get too attached to someone that they'll start requesting for something that is beyond what you can offer them. So those are the ways you can actually make money. Now, if you have seen any of these videos that are talking about making money by chatting, I don't really know how that works or if it actually works, but I'm telling you now that Fiverr actually works if you're able to get a client. And the good thing about Fiverr is you determine how much you're going to ask from the people that are going to pay you. But the thing is, of course, Fiverr will take some percentage from your money, but it's a safe space if you ask me, because Fiverr has reputation and it has been around for a long time. So you can trust that you're going to receive your payments after delivering your service. So that's another thing you should consider. Now, the next side hustle that you don't need any skill at all to get started with, that I think you should consider, is wishing people happy birthday. Let me show you something that will blow your mind. If you come here again on Fiverr and then you look for birthday wishes, now you can see people are wishing other people happy birthday. Like, say this one says, I will wish a happy birthday video with camel. Like, this one is charging $6, this one is charging $11, this one is charging $6. These are people that are ready to wish you a happy birthday, to show you that this actually works. So if you're good at creating a birthday song, then you can just, I mean, list it on Fiverr as a service you can offer. I mean, everybody can sing a happy birthday song. You don't need any special skill to get started. All you have to do is just to make sure that your listing is outstanding. Like, these people are saying they will wish you a happy birthday in a comic way. So you don't need any skill to do this. All you have to do is just to put your camera on set and deliver on the job. Once you have done that, they're going to pay you your money. And you see, these guys, they have dominated this space on Fiverr. And imagine that they are getting a lot of job on a daily basis, because people just do this for fun. It's not necessarily because they want to, like, they love to spend money, but it is really fun to have people dedicate a song to you in a very comic manner. So, and I noticed that the people that are offering this service mostly are people from the Middle East. Africans are rarely on this platform, even people from America and Europe. So you see, this market is not saturated on Fiverr. That is why you have to take advantage of it. You can list your service as someone that wishes people a happy birthday. And once people sees it and it's enticing the way you want to do it, there are different ways you can even do it. It must not be you singing. It could be you will write a birthday message or something like that. It could be in different formats. All you have to do is just to make your own outstanding, make it different from what other people are doing. Then you stand a chance of making money from this service. Like, the competition is not much. The service is not even saturated. You can get started by, just listing what you can do here on Fiverr. And when people that are interested in your service sees you, they hire you, you just record yourself singing a happy birthday song and you deliver on the job to these people, and then you get paid. So that is how you can actually make money without having any skill at all on Fiverr. And another, talking about advice, I forgot to mention something earlier. Now, aside from Fiverr, there is another website that will pay you to give advice, especially relationship advice. Now, the name of the website is Clarity. This is what the website looks like. I hope you can see. This is the welcome anybody at all. You see, you confide and then you share, you connect. So it is more like a community where people that are looking for advice can come around to, for people to share the advice they have with them. And on that platform, you have security for whatever information you're going to be sharing, and you're going to get paid for just sharing advice to people that need these advices. So those are some of the platforms that you can consider when it comes to doing something that you don't have much skill about. All you have to do is just make yourself available to these platforms, and then you get started by doing the jobs that is expected of you to do there. Now, another funny thing you can do to make money, and you don't need skill for it, is to make comic drawing. Now, if you come again on Fiverr, you're going to see people that are making comic drawing. Like, you can draw anything. You don't need to have special skill to make these drawings for people that need them. Or, okay, let me show you something. My Fiverr just, okay, you see this? These are people that are making comic drawings. And you see, they are charging a lot of money just to make this comic drawing. And the crazy thing is, with Canva, you can create something funny and send to anybody. Even with ChatGPT, you can ask ChatGPT with the right prompt, it will give you something that you can use. But for ChatGPT, you have to use the 4.0 version. And of course, that one will charge you some money. But I think the free version can actually give you something, but I'm not really too sure. And another thing you have to do, and another thing you have to do is just to Google ways to make comic drawing online for free. I'm sure you're going to find something that will interest you. Trust me, you're going to find something that you will like, even doodling. There's a website, I can't really remember the name of the website right now, that allows you to doodle. Now, for those that don't know, doodle is more like a animation, but it's black and white animation. It does not really have much. It's more like patterns, black and white pattern animation. You can put it together and you can give it to people as a gift or whatever they want to use it for. So you don't need much skill. You don't need to be very, very artistic to get started with, making these comic drawings for people. And like I mentioned, AI is always there to help you. All you have to do is to figure out the right prompt you can give AI, and it's going to give you exactly what you want and how you want it. So you don't need to overthink some of these things. Now, another thing like you can do that you don't really need much skill or degree to get started is doing voiceover. Now, voiceover can come in different forms. Now, in as much as there are people that are professionals at doing this, maybe because they have a unique tone in their voices, or because they are good at pronouncing some words, or because they have the perfect dictions, or because they sound a certain way that people are so interested in hiring them to do voiceover. But I can tell you that on the average, anybody can do voiceover. Like even with the content creation thing, you can see people doing voiceovers over their videos. So you don't need to have that professional skill to get started. You don't even need a degree to get started or anything like that to get started doing these voiceovers. And if you come to Fiverr again, you're going to see people offering this service, and they can do anything. People can do comic voiceovers for anything you want them to do it for. All you have to do is just to tell them what exactly to do, and then they will do it for you the way you want it. And of course, you can grow your community over time on social media platforms. And once they get to know you as someone who does voiceover, and you don't know what will be the outcome of it, all you need to do is just to get started, because getting started is the most important thing. Now, another thing you can do when it comes to voiceover is voicing things in your local language. All of us have local languages that we learned from birth, like our mother tongue, that we can speak effortlessly. And there are lots of people that may need this service, but the thing is, we've not really positioned ourselves well such that the people that need this service will reach us. So these are the ways you can actually make money with voiceover. And let me show you something. Now, these are people that are doing voiceovers on Fiverr. And you see the crazy thing, they are charging per word. This one is charging 41 euros per 200 words. This one is 6 euros per 200 words. And it depends on how good you are. It's a crazy thing. So assuming you're able to get a gig and you're charging something like 41 euros for 200 words, and you probably need to voice like 1,000 words. You know how much that is. And the crazy thing is, Voicing things is something that will not take you the whole day to get done. All you need to do is just to have your script right, and you go in and you do your thing and you're off. So those are the ways you can make money online without having much skill. Now, the next one I want to talk about is teaching. Now, if you've seen some videos on YouTube that are talking about how to make money by teaching, you will see platforms like italki, there is Native Camp, where you can teach and you get paid for it. Now, why this is very much needed service is because people, especially those in diaspora, they want their children to connect with their roots. And in most cases, they don't really have the time to be teaching their children these their mother tongues, or in this case it's no longer mother tongue because they have learned another language first, but teaching them their native languages. So they are willing to pay people who are going to be able to do this. And if you have a native language, I don't know what is stopping you from taking advantage of this, because if you can read it, you can speak, you can write, you have everything it takes. And I know most times the problem people face is guidance about how to get started, like where and how and stuff like that, to get started with teaching all these things online. But you don't really need to stretch yourself again. All you need is ChatGPT. You can use ChatGPT and ask it the right prompts. Like, you can tell it, here is my plan to start teaching online. What is the roadmap for me to do? Like, give me the roadmap for me to do this. You're going to see the roadmap is, regardless of the language, it's going to give you roadmap. And you can start by teaching maybe the alphabets in your language for beginners, or you can start by teaching numbers for beginners, or by teaching fruits or animals for beginners. The way they teach children, that is how people that are not new, that are new to a particular language can start learning. The same way they start teaching children ABCs in school. That is how, no matter the age, as long as you are new to that language, you have to start from the basics. Things like colors, things like shapes, things like animals, fruits, vegetables, things like family tree and stuff like that. Of course, alphabets and numbers are part of it, greetings and stuff like that. These things in your local language. Why not teach it to people who are interested to learn and make money? Now, another interesting thing about this teaching is, now most of these platforms like the Native Camp, like I mentioned, and italki, like I mentioned, they are not really you're not really sure you're going to get jobs. Like, it is quite competitive, because once you go on these platforms, you're going to see people that have already been there and that are very good at what they are doing. So it is going to be competitive for you to stand out and to get started, or like to know how to get started. Like, it's going to take you some time to be able to find the right client for you. So all you have to do is to either use Fiverr, and of course you have to scout out for clients on Fiverr, or the best part is open a YouTube channel. Now, this may sound stressful, but let me tell you something. If you want to make money, whether online or offline, you should be ready to put in the work. None of them is going to come on a platter of gold. You have to put in the work to build your brand. And the crazy thing is, starting is quite difficult. I understand that. But you should look at the long-term benefits. On the long term, is either you're building a brand for yourself, or you are building a business without knowing it. So if you check out these platforms, Fiverr and all these other places where you can teach any language, and it's quite competitive for you, all you have to do is just open a YouTube channel. Now, for YouTube channel, all you need is your phone and an internet source. You don't need much, and to learn the basics of editing. And when it comes to editing, all you have to do is just to cut the bad parts and join. That's all. And there are friendly tools like CapCut that you can actually use to get started with learning how to edit. So once you are good with your language, you can start by teaching people alphabets in your language, and you teach them and see the reaction you're going to get. Now, starting off is going to be difficult, but along the line, when people start noticing you, you'll be surprised that you'll be, assuming you're teaching the Yoruba language, you'll be in Nigeria teaching Yoruba, and someone from China is learning Yoruba from you on YouTube. and you didn't learn any skill to do this. All you have to do is just to offer what you already have without, getting stressed or something. So we'll just try as much as you can to choose any of these things that I just mentioned. The first one I mentioned here is to give advices. You can be relationship, educational, business, life, whatever experiences you may have. You can give advice on that, and then you list your service on Fiverr. That is the first one. The second one is wishing people birthday. You don't need any skill to wish people a happy birthday, and you can do it in different formats. All you have to do is just to be a little creative while doing that, and then you list this service on Fiverr. You don't need any skill for that. Now, the third one that I mentioned here is doing drawing, comic drawings for people. There are people that are willing to buy your crazy drawings, and they are ready to use it to do whatever they need to do. Could be just to entertain themselves. They want to be happy. They want to sit and laugh. So they are willing to pay you to do such things like that. And they have people offering these services on Fiverr. And these services are not saturated. Like, you don't need to struggle like other things that I have seen here on Fiverr. All you have to do is just list your item and make it stand out. Now, the fourth one I mentioned here is doing voiceover. Like, you can do any type of voiceover, and people, like I mentioned, people that do content creation, everybody's doing voiceover now. So you don't need special skill or special experience or even any degree to do all these things that I mentioned. Now, the fifth one I mentioned is teaching people your local language. This is something you learned from birth. You don't need any special skill to teach people how to read ABC in your language. You don't need any special skill to teach people how to say things like fruits and vegetables, or how to greet in your language. All those little things people are willing to learn. That is the fifth thing. Now, what I mentioned earlier, which is what I would consider the sixth thing I will mention here, is if you're not interested in any of these that I mentioned, but you really want to make money online, and the best part is this one is more like an immediate way of making money online, and that is doing microtasks online. And the good thing about this microtask is the fact that there is always jobs. When it comes to survey, you always find survey. But the thing is, you have to position yourself to be able to qualify for those surveys that are available. So there is always surveys online. You can go to different platforms on you can go to different platforms, like I have Pegazani, there is Super Pay Me. In fact, Super Pay Me, the payment threshold is $1, and all you need is just to reach $1 and you withdraw your money instantly. There are other places like Free Cash as well. That Free Cash is globally, so wherever you are around the world, you can earn money from Free Cash by just, taking surveys, playing games and videos, watching videos and stuff like that. So, but the problem with this, for me, in as much as it's going to pay you instantly, it's more like it doesn't have long-term benefits, like in terms of building a brand or business off of it. You cannot really build a brand or business off of all these micro tasks. But when you start things that have longevity, like they can last for a long time, they can build you brand, you can expand a business from it. You can even start your entrepreneurship journey from it. When you convert your viewers to your potential customers, you look at the long-term benefits. So, but depending on your strength, I have shown you the things that you can possibly do, and it's not left for you to make the decision for yourself, so that you get started and start making money easily. And if you see all those videos that promise you to pay you, like to give you money ASAP, there is not like getting money ASAP. Like, you have to work for it. And you see the ones that are flaunting money online, their story didn't start today. Like, they probably may have been grinding like 5 years ago, and it is paying off now. So while you're looking at the stress and the shortcomings, why not start? Whenever there is shortcoming, you will figure out a way to escape it, and you keep going regardless of what the situation is. So I thought I should bring this to your attention. So if you feel you don't have any skill, which I doubt, because I know everybody has one thing or the other that they are very good at, when compared to every other person that they should probably take advantage of. It's just left for you to look inwards. So another thing I need to encourage you on is to, try as much as you can to thrive. Even if it's not working at the beginning, just give it time. It's going to work out. I am telling you from experience. And if you don't have any skill, do not rely on these things that I just mentioned. Also try and acquire some skills. Now on my channel, I have been, giving you updates on free ways to acquire skills. You can go to YouTube. In fact, YouTube is a free college. In fact, YouTube will teach you what most college will not teach you. Like, all you need to do is to make yourself available, be dedicated, because I know when there is no timeline for you to finish something, or when there is nothing like exam in it, something you're doing, you will not really have that motivation to start it and finish it. So, but it's not left for you to, encourage yourself, stretch yourself, and be able to make something out of whatever thing you have now. So you should get started. So I think I have a few minutes left. I would love to answer some questions from Emmanuel Ajayi. You said how to create Fiverr, please, and how to create service on it. Okay, creating Fiverr is not really difficult. All you have to do is just to go to the website fiverr.com, and then you sign up as a freelancer. Now, if you want step-by-step process, there are lots of videos on YouTube that you can follow step by step. But I want to believe you're in Nigeria. You may have some issues when it comes to identification because of tax-related stuff and issues and stuff like that. But not to worry, there are other Nigerians also that are on Fiverr, and I know there are some people that have already made videos from Nigeria about how they opened their own Fiverr account. So please go to YouTube and search for how to create a Fiverr account from Nigeria. Now, you're going to see people and videos that will help you, step by step to get started. And of course, you have to know the things you have to get ready before you go to create your own account. Now, those are the things that I would love to discuss. So you said how to contact me. I have my email address that you can check on my channel, and then you can send your information, your questions or whatever you may have on that platform. So that is how people contact me via YouTube. So you might want to do that as well. So I don't know if there's any other question that I may have to answer before I close for today. But I think if you have any issues when it comes to ways to make money online from home, I have series of videos on my channel when it comes to typing jobs, when it comes to testing website, anything at all. You might want to check that out as well so you can know where to get started. And if there is anything in particular in terms of video topic that you want me to touch on, you can as well type it here so that I can consider it and see what I can do about it. Okay, for the course, I don't have any online course right now because I used to take my time to do something so that if I'm telling you about the course, of course you're going to pay for it. So I want to give you something that is valuable, something that you will be very happy to have tried. So, but for now, there are free platforms like YouTube. You can go and do whatever you want to learn. It's there on YouTube for now, while I finish working on my own course. So that is it for today. I want to appreciate all of you that have been around from the beginning to the end. I hope I get to do this more. I really appreciate you all for your time. Thank you so much. And I'll see you in the next video or live session.